Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of The Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys swinging by the channel to hang out with me a little bit and watch the video. Always very grateful for that. Guys, today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite summertime soft plastic lures to fish, which is a Zoom Magnum Finesse worm here. This is a little bit larger than a normal finesse worm, and under the right situations, it is one of the most productive summertime lures you can use. So I'm going to give you guys some tips and advice on how to set it up and sort of what to look for and what to fish it around in today's video. Also, guys, I will link the Magnum Finesse worm in my Tackle Warehouse link in the description. If you guys want to use that link and bookmark it to get your worms or anything else, that's a really good way to help the channel out here, and me and my family really appreciate that. So thanks a lot. Okay guys, here's one of my favorite summertime lures by far, the Zoom Magnum Finesse worm here. This is this has been out for, probably close to 10 years now. And basically it's a 4.5 inch, sort of a fat 4.5 inch straight-tailed worm. Just like the trick worm, except it's fatter. It's got the flat side on one deal, and it's just a nice little tidbit. Now, here's the thing that makes the Magnum Finesse worm really unique, and the fact that it offers the best of both worlds. It's a small bait, so it's considered a finesse worm, but at the same time, it's got the bulk of the larger diameter here, which displaces water, which makes it also sort of a power bait. I sort of classify it as like a power fishing finesse bait, that type of a deal. So there's two ways that I like to fish it in the summertime, and then we'll get into the type of water you want to fish it in. My favorite, guys, is just Texas rigging it. Texas rigging it. I do like to use a light slip sinker. Most of the time I'm using an 1/8 ounce is my favorite. Sometimes I'll even use a 1/16 of an ounce. So 1/16 ounce, 1/8 ounce, and possibly 3/16, depending upon how deep the water is and how thick the cover is. And I'm usually using like a straight shank Gamakatsu 2/0 Gamakatsu G Finesse heavy cover worm hook in a 2/0. Now there's two different situations where I fish this Texas rig. Then we'll talk about the other setup here just in a second. This is a situation for fishing off-colored water, dirty water. In the summertime, if you're on one of those bodies of water that has dirty water in it, and especially if you have a tidal water, all you guys that like fish the James River, Potomac River, off-colored water where you have visibility in the water of like less than 15 inches, guys, this is one of the best lures you can use. In the black color here, and also my other favorite color is the red bug. You put this thing on like a 1/16 or an 1/8 ounce sinker, couple it up with like 17-pound test Seaguar and Vizex 4-carbon line, and just methodically pitch it and flip it around any shallow cover. Docks are my favorite in the summertime. If you guys can find some shallow docks that have some dirty water, this Magnum Finesse worm around a dock, pitching it and flipping it is probably the best bait that you can possibly use in that situation. But it doesn't matter what cover it is. It can be lily pads, reeds, cattails, grass beds, lay down trees, as long as it has that off-colored water in it. And that's when I use, like I said, the black and the June bug. Now the other setup I use for it is a green pumpkin, and I put this on a shaky head, usually like a 1/16 or an 1/8 ounce shaky head. This is a really good technique to skip it on a spinning rod underneath boat docks. I've done really good on that, especially if you have piling type docks, like the docks that are on Lake Guntersville or Lake Norman. It's a really good way to catch some fish on there on a shaky head. And I also will use the green pumpkin pitching and flipping like I talked about if the water's a little bit cleaner than that, sort of that 1 foot to 15 inches. If I got water visibility of say around 2 foot, sometimes I'll take this green pumpkin Magnum Finesse worm, put a little chartreuse on the tail, and I'll pitch it and flip it around any of that same type of cover if the water's a little bit cleaner than that. So my rule of thumb, if the water visibility is over 1.5 feet, I'm using green pumpkin. If it's under 1.5 feet, I'm using the black or the red bug color there. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to do a quick video and share this with you guys. One of the things you'll find out about summertime bass fishing is it doesn't matter what lure you're using. It could be a crankbait or a buzzbait or jig or soft plastic. As the summer wears on, the bass prefer a smaller lure, even the bigger bass. So as you get into July, August, and early September, it really helps if you downsize to these more finesse baits like the Magnum Finesse worm over the larger baits. You're going to get a lot more bites on it, and you don't really sacrifice size. They really like to key on smaller baits when it gets really hot. So anyway, guys, give them a try if you haven't at Magnum Finesse worm, one of my favorite summertime baits of all time. It catches big ones. I remember we were at a FLW tournament down at Lake Okeechobee, and Pete Thelaveros caught 28-pound bag one day of the tournament on the Magnum Finesse worm, just pitch it and flipping it around shallow cover and Okeechobee. So you can definitely catch big ones on it. So anyway, hope it helps you guys catch a few. We'll talk later.